If y'all don't do anything else in life, learn to be alone. When you genuinely get comfortable being by yourself and doing things alone, you allow friendships and relationships to be something that you want instead of something that you need. The more comfortable you get with yourself, the easier it is to let people go whenever they cross your boundaries. When you genuinely learn to be alone, you don't settle. You don't force connections, you don't hold on to people out of fear, and you don't chase what feels inconsistent. Being alone teaches you discernment, and you start to choose peace over attachment. Everyone isn't meant to stay, and that's okay.
I'm not afraid anymore to be alone. I learned that I can definitely hear, no, this is going to sound weird, but I can definitely hear God's voice more when I'm alone. And I'm not talking about like, oh, God se me aparece. It's just something I can't even explain, but I'm able. It's that voice we all have. That to me is God. We have God. God lives in us as us. I always say that. I talk to myself. I cry. Like, me encanta llorar en la regadera. I'm showering and I'm crying. I don't even know about what, but I'm like, I love being alone. I was such a people pleaser, looking for people's approval, wanting to like fit in. And like you said, have people around. I'm like, you're just taking space because I'm trying to avoid something that I need to hear. Until I was like, let me move people out of the way. Anyone that doesn't serve my highest good, afuera. And not because I don't like them anymore. It's just you don't fit in this new season.
Yeah.
And I've grown so much.
Yeah. Was that hard to let go of people?
I think the first time that I did it was difficult.
I'm a loner. I've always been a loner. Not that I don't have friends. I have friends and I have family, but I am a loner in the sense that I love doing everything by myself. I am my own best friend first. I have mastered being alone. I care about me so deep. I spend so much time with me, internally especially, and it helps me be the person that I am today. It makes me want to have so much more out of life. I'm not codependent on people. I've never been codependent on people, and it's a beautiful thing. I'm comfortable with who I am internally and externally. I don't have to depend on anybody to do anything specific with me or do anything for me that I can't do for myself. When you stop being codependent on people, or you're comfortable with who you are and just being by yourself, when you're not worried about other people's thoughts and opinions about you, when you are not looking for validation and all of that from other people, you start living so good. And then when you come around other people, you radiate nothing but positivity and love. If you are codependent on people, try to step back a little bit and focus on you, because life is amazing when you can just be in your own space and not feel alone.
Here's the thing nobody really prepares you for. Being alone isn't a punishment, it's a skill.
When you become a loner, it's like you can't go back to being around a lot of people. You know, you enjoy your time, your me time too much. And it's just like the things that you used to do or the things that you used to enjoy, you just don't. You enjoy doing those things by yourself.
Tell you why a person who is comfortable being alone is a dangerous person. If you disrespect them, they will walk away. No drama, no time for nonsense, no second guessing in any way. If you overstep their boundaries, they will cut you off. Clean, no mess, no issue. If you try to manipulate them or threaten them to leave, they will gladly open the door for you to walk out without a single care given. You know why? Because they don't need you in their life. They choose to let you into their space. And that choice, that freedom, that makes them untouchable. And also unfuckable with. If you've learned to enjoy your own company, I need you to protect your peace and hold your boundaries in high esteem. Trust me, you will never regret it. You are already more powerful than most people in your room. So believe it, because that's who you are. Okay? Okay.
I've gotten so used to doing things by myself and just like being in my own company that like when I want to go do something, it doesn't even cross my mind to invite anybody. Like, I don't even think about it because I don't really want to be burdened with like trying to work around anyone else's schedule. I kind of want to go when I want to go, and I also don't want to deal with like potential flaking and then me feeling like disappointed and feeling like do I even want to go anymore. So now I just don't even like bother, and it's like not personal at all. Like I still love everybody and all my friends and stuff, but I just like really, really enjoy my own company. Like, this is so pretty. I don't know if it's a bad thing though. Like, I obviously want to still like maintain my bonds and my friendships and stuff with people, but I don't know. I just like the other day a restaurant opened, and yeah, I thought to myself like maybe I should invite someone to go with me, but I had just had a long day at work and I didn't want to like be let down if no one could go, so I just went by myself and I had a great time. So I don't know. I'm really just content with my own company, and I'm not just gonna not do things because people can't go. The only thing that I have not done yet is go on a solo trip. I don't know if I'll ever do that or not. I mean, I can't see why not, but yeah. But I love that I've come this far, because I used to not do things unless people were accompanying me, and I'm so glad I grew out of that.
And like most skills worth having, it feels awkward before it feels empowering. We've been taught to fear quiet, to treat empty space like something's gone wrong. No notifications? Red flag. No plans on Friday night? Emergency. But solitude isn't a crisis. It's a classroom. It's where you finally hear yourself think without a committee weighing in.
You have to be okay with being alone sometimes. Not lonely, but alone. There's a difference between being lonely and alone. Being alone is more of like solitude, solitary. It's intentional. Lonely is, you feel like you're lacking something. Like you're wanting or you're desiring company or companionship, but it's not there. And so when you're alone, it just means it's just you. You're by yourself. You're not necessarily desiring to be with someone else. You're okay with being by yourself. You're okay being alone. So, yeah, they don't want to hang out with you. And that's okay. Learn to hang out with yourself.
You have to be okay with being alone. Being alone and being lonely are two different things, but you have to be okay with being by yourself, with honoring yourself, with trusting who you are, with trusting that you will always be okay no matter what happens.
And please stop making it seem as though being alone is such a bad thing. No, it's not. Let me explain to you why. Number one, most chosen people are alone because they know that they are protected at all times. Number two, a person that's alone wants to stay out of trouble. There's nothing wrong with that. Number three, a person that's alone has learned to depend on themselves. Again, there is nothing wrong with that. Number three, when you're alone, you know that you're always with someone you can trust. And the most important one, number four, when you're alone, you know that you're enough at all times.
You better learn how to be by yourself. You better learn how to be alone and appreciate the peace that you get from being in the solitude of your own company. People will get close to you. They will say all the right things just to find out who you are behind closed doors, just to garner information that they can use against you later on. You better learn how to protect your peace by any means necessary. People will learn your triggers just to trigger you, just because. And it's hard for you to see these people coming because you aren't like those people. So you can't rationalize why somebody would go out their way to be evil. But they out here and they will do it. And it's effortless for them. Let people wonder. Limit access to you. Protect God's creation. Because the enemy is working overtime to try to throw roadblockers at God's people. I'm trying to tell y'all, do not let these people distract you from your purpose. If anybody comes in your life and they take away from what you do on the day-to-day that is positively impacting people around you, you have to protect yourself by any means necessary. The amount of people who have thrown their whole lives away because of people playing with their emotions, I'm trying to tell y'all, it ain't even worth it. Ask God to reveal you people's true intentions every single day. Every single day. Because the way people will switch up on you, honey, they are literally just trying to throw you off of your path. These people are NPCs and they are only here to distract you from your purpose. I'm trying to tell you. Stay protected. Stay prayed up. Ask God to reveal and to reveal quickly. It might hurt for a little minute, but you got to move through it. We need you back on the battlefield, baby. Anybody who comes into your world and throws you off of track from your purpose is a worker of the enemy. And you could tell them, I said it. I don't care. I don't care. Protect yourself.
There's a huge difference between being alone and feeling empty. One is intentional. The other feels like you left the house without your phone and realized it 3 blocks later. When you're alone on purpose, you're not missing anything. You're choosing something. You're choosing clarity. You're choosing peace. You're not letting outside sources determine your sense of worth to whoever texts back the fastest.
You have to learn how to be alone. You have to learn how to be alone. I know it's hard, and I know it's easier to run from your problems and distract yourself than actually face them. But when you can't be alone, it allows the wrong people to be near you because you don't really give a fuck. You just don't want to be alone. You're running from something else, from some other darkness. But it takes one person to fuck your whole shit up. One person. It is so important to know how to be alone, and when you're alone is the time that you're going to grow the most. Separation equals elevation. You have to be alone to grow. You have to learn how to be alone so you're not accepting less. You have to learn how to be alone or it's going to hold you back forever.
Let me tell you something about a woman who's not afraid to be alone. She's dangerous, and not in a reckless way, but in a powerful way. Because when a woman is okay being by herself, there's nothing you can do to her that she won't walk away from. You can't manipulate her with breadcrumbs, and you can't mistreat her and expect her to stay. She doesn't chase attention because she gives herself love. She doesn't beg for respect because she demands it in the way she carries herself. And if you even think you're going to come with half effort, half truth, and half love, she's gone. No drama, no begging, just peace. Because the moment a woman realizes that her peace is more valuable than your presence, it's over for the games. So to all my ladies who are learning to be okay with being alone, keep going. That's confidence. That's self-worth. That is peace. And baby, that is what makes you unstoppable.
And yes, sometimes people won't show up. They won't call, they won't invite you. That sting is real. But here's the plot twist. That's not the moment to spiral. It's the moment to get acquainted with yourself. Take yourself out. Sit with your thoughts. Learn what makes you laugh when no one's watching. Learn what calms you down when there's no audience. If you can enjoy your own company, you become unfuckwithable. Scientifically, spiritually, emotionally.
31 years on this earth have taught me that one of the reasons that you are so scared of being alone is not because you're scared of the alone time. Most people love their solo time, but what actually scares you is the meaning you attach to it. So if you feel like doing everything by yourself and being alone means that people don't care for you, you're rejected, you're always the last one chosen, they're going to forget you, you don't have a witness, then the story you're telling yourself is I'm constantly abandoned. And the fear of being alone basically is on repeat. I have abandoned myself so many times that I no longer trust myself. So please be with me so that you can distract me from the inevitable pain I feel when I'm by myself. So you want people to answer right away. You want everyone to be there right away. It's not really about time. What it is about urgency and getting a dopamine rush because you're so used to outsourcing your trust and your nervous system's regulation to other people. It's not that you don't know what to do with your time or anything regarding the time or what to fill it with, but it's the story that you attach to it. So naturally, if the problem is the perceived story that you attach to it, the solution will also be to change the perceived story that you attach to it. One of the ways that you can do this is that when I imagine being by myself, what does that say about me? That will tell you right away. If that means that people don't care for you and that you're always alone, you're always rejected, then that's your first cue. That's going to be the first indication for what you need to do next. The next thing is looking at urgency. If you have a gap in knowledge, do you immediately fill it with fear? Anxiety is a really unhealthy relationship with uncertainty. If your boss calls you or says, hey, we need to chat, and your heart goes into palpitation, you're calling your mom, you're talking to ChatGPT, you're talking to your friend, you're messaging people online, you're looking up 10 different ways, and it comes to find out that Your boss just wanted to know if you're coming to the holiday party. So one of the best ways that you're going to get over that fear is to change the narrative. Tell yourself that being by myself actually means recharging myself. I'm actually updating my software. And naturally, if this hit hard, then this message is for you. This is something that I teach inside Confidence Lab to help you get over the fear of being alone. If you don't get this fear done now, other people will notice this and you're going to overexert yourself. You're going to stay in the wrong places. More importantly, it'll destroy your confidence.
Some of y'all got to realize that
being alone also has this sneaky benefit. It keeps you out of nonsense. You're not bored texting people who drain you. You're not entertaining chaos just because you don't want a quiet evening. You're not letting access be determined by loneliness. Because when you don't know how to sit with yourself, you'll tolerate almost anyone, and it only takes one wrong person to derail your whole life. One, not 10. One. Solitude sharpens your discernment. You start noticing patterns. You stop confusing attention with affection. You realize that just because someone wants access to you doesn't mean they deserve it. When you're comfortable alone, you don't panic when someone pulls away. You don't chase, you observe. And that alone changes the power dynamic.
Y'all know what's dangerous? A woman that is not afraid to be alone, baby. Because listen, when you learn to enjoy your own company, can't nobody manipulate you with their presence. You are not pressed for nobody to be all up in your face, in your space. Most people are out here settling, putting up with a bunch of bullshit, all because they're afraid to be by themselves. But when you fall in love with your peace, like the peace that you bring to yourself, you fall in love with your daily routines. You know what I'm saying? Like your skincare routines, your workout routines, your work routines, just the things that you love to do, building your own daily habits. Honey, start realizing that being lonely isn't something to fear. It's really something that you should master. Stop chasing after people who disturb your peace just because you don't want to be alone. Stop overgiving just to be chosen. And baby, stop lowering your standards just to be seen. It's not worth it. Once you master being alone and truly enjoying your own company, you move different. You choose different. Okay? Because you ain't about to let not a nan disturb that peace that you've built. Love is beautiful, but peace is power.
Let's talk about women for a second, specifically the woman who is fine on her own. She's not loud about it. She's not bitter. She's not posting think pieces every Tuesday. She's calm, and that calm is lethal to manipulation. You can't breadcrumb her because she feeds herself. You can't scare her with silence because she knows how to sit in it. You can't offer half effort and expect loyalty. She'll wish you well and keep it moving. No speeches, no closure paragraphs, just peace. That kind of woman isn't cold, she's clear. She knows what disruption feels like in her body and she exits early. She understands that love should add to her life, not confuse it. And the moment she realizes her peace costs less without you, the negotiation is over. Now, let's be honest, being alone will force you to face things you've been avoiding. Old wounds, bad habits, unhealed parts. That's why people stay distracted. It's easier to stay busy than to be honest. But growth doesn't happen in noise. It happens in stillness, when there's nowhere to run and no one to perform for. And yes, while you're minding your business and protecting your peace, some people will try to get close for the wrong reasons. They'll ask questions that don't feel like curiosity. They'll learn your soft spots and poke them by accident. Not everyone comes to love you. Some come to study you. That's why privacy is power. Not everyone needs the full tour of your inner world. Pray for clarity. Ask for truth to surface quickly. It might sting at first, but delayed disappointment is worse. When people reveal themselves, believe them the first time. You're not here to be everyone's lesson. You're here to live your life. Solitude isn't hiding, it's preparation. It's where you rebuild your strength, refine your purpose, and remember who you were before the world had opinions. So learn to be alone, not because no one wants you, but because you finally know your worth. And when the right people do arrive, they won't disturb your peace. They'll recognize it, and they'll meet you there.